Welcome to the Spinoso Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Alex Spinoso. I built multiple 7, 8, and even 9-figure medical companies, and I'm here to share exactly how I did it. This isn't a podcast telling you you should do this. This is a podcast where I tell you what I did. I want to help you build your business, take ownership of your life, and be a better leader at home and at work. So guys, let's get into it. I just recently bought a 2021 Ford Shelby GT500. Yep, the same Shelby that built this beast behind me. To quote Ferris Bueller, it's so choice. If you have the means, I highly recommend picking one up. That's basically how Andy Frisella convinced me to get one. He said, let's go on a ride. This is the best car for the money, and I immediately had to order one. Now, if you don't know, Shelby is the Ford division named after Carroll Shelby, driver, designer, builder, legend. The man just didn't build fast cars. He built entire ethos around it. In 1959, Shelby won the 24 Hours of Le Mans, the toughest endurance race on earth. He was 36 years old and battling a severe heart condition. Doctors told him to quit racing, and he didn't. He kept a bottle of nitroglycerin tablets in his pocket, slipped one under his tongue before climbing into the car, and drove for 24 hours straight. He crossed the finish line pale, drenched in sweat, barely conscious, but victorious. That image, Shelby behind the wheel, exhausted but unbroken, is burned into racing history. It's the perfect picture of what most people never understand. There's a difference between being healthy and being alive. He wasn't reckless. He was relentless. After the race, his heart finally gave out for good. He retired from driving, but not from building. He had open heart surgery, later a heart transplant, and he still designed cars into his 80s. He was literally running on borrowed parts, and he still refused to slow down. That's what I love about founders, builders, creators like him. They don't wait to feel ready. They move when they're called. Most people waste years waiting for the perfect conditions, the right moment, the right energy, the green light from the universe. Meanwhile, people who actually make history show up. Heart pounding, hands shaking, lungs burning, and they go anyway. Shelby wasn't the only one. Think about Frida Kahlo, painting masterpieces from her bed after a bus accident shattered her spine. Doctors said she'd never walk again. She said, fine, I'll paint instead. Every stroke of her brush was defiance. She didn't paint because she felt good, she painted because she was alive. Or Stephen Hawking, diagnosed with ALS at 21, he had 2 years to live, he was told. He went on to write A Brief History of Time while barely able to move a finger. He didn't wait for the body to cooperate. He used what was left and rewrote physics. That's the pattern. The greats don't wait for readiness. They act in spite of reality because they know the truth. Perfect is a myth and safety is slow death. Every entrepreneur hits this point too. You tell yourself, once I get my systems right, once the timing's better, once the market settles, once I feel clear, you're stalling. The conditions will never be perfect. The fear never goes away. And your heart will always pound when it's time to move. That's the signal. That's life saying, you're in the driver's seat now. I think about Shelby, nitroglycerin burning under his tongue, heart barely keeping rhythm, gripping the wheel of a 300 horsepower machine, which back then was insane. He didn't climb in because he felt strong. He climbed in because he had purpose. He wanted to go. That's the call every builder has to answer. You can be tired, you can be scared, you can even be broken. Just don't sit at idle. If you're breathing, you're capable. If you're hurting, you're human. And if you're still willing to get in the car, you're alive. That's what separates the spectators from the drivers. Most people watch the race, few are willing to risk the engine. So whatever your version of the GT500 is, your company, your art, your next bold move, get behind the wheel. Start it up. Even if your pulse is racing and your mind's screaming, you're not ready. Because the truth is, none of us ever are. And that's the point. Carroll Shelby once said, yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery, so live for today. And he did just that. And the legacy that he left behind isn't just horsepower, it's heart. Don't wait to feel safe. Don't wait to feel steady. Drive anyway.